Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, and of course we are back here at the Football Hut talking about the Giants and the NFL in general. But before we get into this video, I hope that you subscribe to the channel and like this video. So ESPN, and a lot of people aren't too happy with the Giants, just in terms of how they rank them, and it doesn't matter until the games are played that we get a chance to see what kind of team the Giants have and all the other teams, to be honest with you. But ESPN ranks Giants skill position players among NFL's worst. This is from GiantsWire.usatoday.com. And it's written by It Doesn't Matter who wrote it. ESPN recently ranked NFL teams based on their skill position players after evaluating each team's wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends, and analyzing their skill sets against various defenses. The New York Giants skill position players dropped in near the bottom of the list, ranking number 27. That's not good. The analysis somewhat makes sense if we're looking at talent alone. Saquon Barkley is by far the Giants' most explosive and talented skill player. The problem with Barkley is his ability to stay healthy consistently. Even then, he can only carry them so far, as we witnessed last season. Yeah, he kind of ran out of gas in the middle of the season. They had to sort of give him a rest. Quote, how far can running back Saquon Barkley carry the Giants? He approached his 2018 rookie form and excelled last year, generating 114 rushing yards over expected behind an inconsistent offensive line. If this version of Barkley sticks around, the team will be thrilled, but counting on the former number 2 overall pick to stay healthy with a second consecutive season is difficult. In between healthy campaigns in 2018-2022, he missed 21 games and was forced out of 3 others with various injuries. Matt Breida would be the first man up if Barkley missed time. Bill Barnwell also discusses the youth at wide receiver, the huge drop-off in talent between Barkley and his backup, Matt Breida, that Darren Waller needs to be a top talent but hasn't shown it over the last few seasons, and how Paris Campbell isn't a sure thing because he spent the early part of his career on the sidelines with various injuries. Speaking of last season, let's remember that Brian Daboll had minimum offensive weapons to use throughout all of 2022. He relied heavily on backups and replacements at Isaiah Hodgins and Richie James to make plays. Unless Daboll can guarantee that Barkley, Campbell, and Weller are healthy all season and live up to their potential, though, this team seems doomed to rely on replacement-level receivers far too often. While correct in that the Giants have to rely on backups too often, what the author does not discuss is how the backups did their jobs pretty effectively. Plus, Barnwell only discusses the talent of the skill position players. He does not address the offense's ability to play as a unit. Talent will only get you so far in any sport. A team's ability to play as a cohesive unit with a singular goal in mind is what separates the good teams from the great teams. Last season, Daboll proved that he can work with the players he had on his roster. Things may have changed during the offseason, but his ability to coach has not. As long as Daboll has the trust of his players and players that buy into what he does, that is what gets the Giants a winning season. Now, they don't mention in this article Jalen Hyatt, who is a little smallish, but he's extremely explosive once he catches that ball. He's tough to catch. Once he gets that ball and he gets down the field, he's impossible to tackle. But that's just my opinion from the games that I saw that he played with Tennessee. But you let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Football Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.